Hello, hello. Very excited to announce that the event y'all liked last time is back and bigger and better than ever. That's right, we're bringing back the Toronto VGC Invitational for next year. For those who aren't in the local scene and aren't aware, we did do a 20-person invitational last season to celebrate the best of the best that our scene has to offer in VGC. And we're bringing it back, but we're doing it a little bit differently this time. We've got more stores interested in hosting events for the circuit. So super excited to have everybody here in Toronto fight for something of importance here.
I have no idea what to use.
Bro, does it really matter? You're gonna get ninth anyways.
Whatever.
This must be love. Sound in my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. Boom, clap, you make me feel good. Come on to me now. Boom, clap, sound in my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. Boom, clap, you make me feel good. Come on to me now.
Lilligant? Do I really want to miss more sleep powders? Short answer, no. I did not want to miss more sleep powders. I had a few options for the final slot, but we'll come back to that. Let's go over to the parts of the team that I was pretty sure I wanted to keep. First of all, the Trick Room and the Sun Core of Raging Bolt, Torkoal, Incineroar, and Farigiraf. I think all of these Pokemon are essential to this team specifically, and I think that all 4 of these pieces are pieces that I want to use this time. First, we'll start with the cornerstone of most Sun teams, Torkoal. Torkoal is a really basic Pokemon to EV spread most of the time, and my Torkoal is no different. I give it 252 EVs in HP and 252 in special attack to maximize damage and survivability. I put the remaining 4 into special defense since it doesn't really need the extra physical defense. I decided to use the same moveset that Tom gave to me, using Eruption to destroy teams in her Trick Room, Heat Wave to give Torkoal an attacking move once Eruption is weakened, and Helping Hand to generally support the team. I rounded off with Protect to give it more staying power and to give the team much needed defensive options. I decided to keep it Terra Fire to give it higher damage output, and give it Charcoal so that I don't limit its move selection. And I figure that I can use other members of the team to help with survivability and pivoting, so another item like Citrus Berry, Choice Specs, or Eject Pack isn't actually as useful as Charcoal. I must have been hungry because I named Torkoal Stacked after the breakfast restaurant because I thought his shell kinda looked like pancakes. Raging Bolt is Torkoal's prime offensive partner, being able to absolutely mess stuff up inside and out of Trick Room. Raging Bolt with electric coverage is able to hit the water types that would normally resist Torkoal, and Torkoal can hit the grass types that would normally resist Raging Bolt's electric moves. I decided to run an Assault Vest set, taking advantage of Torkoal's Sun for damage, and having an oppressive enough team where I didn't really need a setup option. I run the standard set, with Thunderbolt for damage, Thunderclap for priority and an outside of Trick Room option, Draco Meteor for burst damage, and Snarl to slow down opposing Iron Crown and hard Trick Room teams. I give it enough speed to outspeed the vast majority of other Raging Bolts, then decide to make it modest and hit the EV bump. I dump the rest into HP and physical defense, and save 20 for special defense. I decide to keep it Terra Electric, since Electric is a good neutrally defensive type, and it helps with my damage output. I asked my friend who doesn't know much about new Pokemon what he thought its name was, and he called it Zoot, so that's what I went with. Trick Room is such a staple of this team, that I think it would be a crime to leave out the Trick Room setter for any longer. Farigiraf is my choice of Trick Room setter. I think it gives me enough bulk to reliably set up Trick Room, while providing valuable priority support to assure that Torkoal can't be damaged before it can get a massively powered eruption off inside of Trick Room. I ended up changing my Frigoraph spread the night before because the Iron Crown teams were proving to be more of a challenge than I thought. I wanted to make sure that my Frigoraph could survive a Helping Hand max special attack, booster special attack Tachyon Cutter, so I changed it from Bold to Calm. I give it enough HP and special defense to survive a powered up Tachyon Cutter, and keep my old amount of defense. I figured that I wanted my Frigoraph to actually do damage, so I gave it a decent amount of special attack investment and a little bit of speed. I wanted to go all in on this offensive Frigoraph idea, and I figured that Amoonguss probably wouldn't be too much of a problem since I have Torkoal, Incineroar, and Frigoraph to deal with it, not to mention my 2 open slots. So I decided to give it Throat Spray, and Hyper Voice to activate it and do spread damage, along with Psychic in case I needed coverage against either Amoonguss or a Ghost type. Then the obvious Trick Room. Tom and I played around with Helping Hand as the last move, but we found that we wanted Protect to give us more defensive options. We also figured that we could force 50-50s by leading Frigoraph and an offensive piece, where they were inclined to stop Trick Room by taking out Frigoraph, but we have Protect to force Mind Games, which can give us a huge advantage if we choose to take them. I make Frigoraph Terra Fairy to be able to survive attacks from both Dark Urshifu and Regidrago, and name it Taco Cat because it's a palindrome. Little did I know that Taco Cat the Frigoraph would arguably be the MVP of this team. Incineroar was the final piece I was set on, and Tom gave me a 252-252 spread that focused on HP and attack. I thought it was cool, but I wasn't sure that I wanted this offensive of an Incineroar. I think in hindsight, an offensive Incineroar would have been better, but I only had about 1 day of testing with this team, so I figured that I'd rather play it safe and have an Incineroar that I am more comfortable with. I want my Incineroar to be specially bulky in order to better handle opposing Iron Crown and Raging Bolts, so I make it careful and make sure to hit the special defense bump. Since I have Frigoraph, I decide that a slower Incineroar probably makes sense, since I can block the opposing fakeouts with Armor Tail, and I'd rather be slower in Trick Room. I give it 52 attack, I forget why, but it's probably for something, then put 100 into defense, and dump the rest into HP. I just give it a standard safety goggles set, with Terra Ghost and the normal moveset of Flare Blitz, Knockoff, Parting Shot, and Fake Out. I name it Bench 225 because, look at him, do we really think that his bench is anything lower? Finally, for the last 2 pieces. After an extensive 20 minutes of testing, we decided on Flutter Mane and Rock Pawn. Are we sure that these are the best pieces for the team? Absolutely freaking not! But we only have like a day to test this, so cut us some slack. Flutter Mane was the piece we both thought was correct, and although we didn't fully agree on Rock Pawn, we both thought it was at least okay. For our Flutter, Tom thought that a hyper-offensive Flutter Mane would work, giving it choice specs and heavily investing in its special attack, and giving it enough speed investment to move before a large majority of other Flutter Mane. To be honest, Tom made the spread, and in testing it felt pretty good, so I just decided to use what he was on. We had the 3 conventional moves on Flutter, being Moonblast, Dazzling Gleam, and Shadow Ball. We had a Perish Song as our final move for this event, but afterward we both agreed that Icy Wind would have probably been better. We give it Terra Fairy to maximize its damage output, and decided to keep its old nickname from my San Antonio team. On that team, the Flutter was my speed control option, so I named it Tracks because of how it makes tracks for other Pokemon to follow. Flutter is also a great partner for Torkoal, as we can click Helping Hand and Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam to absolutely destroy anything on the opposing side of the field. Finally, the Lilligant replacement. The real cornerstone of this team, Ogerpon Cornerstone. Get it? Yeah, I know I'm not funny. I have much experience using Rock Pawn, and I figured that it's best to not let that experience go to waste, and I decided to just use the same Rock Pawn I've been using. A simple 252 attack and 252 speed spread with the 4 in defense to maybe help with Surging Strikes rolls. The exact same Ogerpon I used on my Terapagos team all the way back in the Invitational. I give it the same moveset of Ivy Cudgel, Power Up, Follow Me, and Spiky Shields. I name it Rumi off a character from a show that I like. And that was it. The team was complete.
I just finished round 1. It was against Elizabeth Sun. It was honestly kind of in a weird matchup. I had to really rely on my Frigoraph to do a lot of damage, and I kind of got cooked game 2 because I let my Frigoraph go down too early. And then in game 3, my Frigoraph also went down early, and I'm like, okay, well, I just lost. But he thought I had Flutter in the back, and he set Trick Room with his Sinistra, and then my Torkoal just like nuked everything with Eruption. So feeling good about that one. Going into round 2, it's 6 rounds, so I think 4-2 bubble, 5-1 guarantee. Hopefully I don't get 9th again. Please, 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 no 9th. What's your record?
No.
Hello everyone. Oh, this is a weird angle. 2-0 with Patrick again. He's on like another hard Trick Room team, but Taco Cat the Friggraph is the GOAT. It is so good. I just sat there in his hyper voice. Game 1, I didn't know if his Smeargle was faster or slower than mine, like than my pieces, because I know like a lot of them are like slower in this format to like survive the researching strikes. So I was like, oh, is it slow? Is it fast? I don't know. I'm just gonna click parting shot and hyper voice. So yeah, 2-0, feeling good. Hopefully I can continue to do well. This is my plushie. I can't hold them. Hold on. I don't know how well you can hear it because the mic's behind the plushie, Charo Y plushie. I bought it because it's like sun. So hopefully it brings me good luck. I'll see you guys next one. Okay, hello everyone. Whoa, wait, it's supposed to be this way. 3-0 right now, hoping to go 6-0. It's like this backs team. I just kind of like, they had a Snarl on Chiyu, which is a little bit weird, but I think Eruption Torkoal was very, very good. I tried to make some aggressive plays with Rock Pond that I think worked out well. So on the whole, I think I'm pretty happy with how I played. 3-0, hoping for 6-0. See you guys next one. I'm gonna go do some interviews.
How has your guys' days been so far?
Horrible. It's all free. I'm out of here. I'm dropping.
I'm 3-0. We're
3-0. 2-1.
3-1?
2-1.
Oh. Hello guys, I don't know. It's so hard to hold the Charizard in the thing. I might put the Charizard down, but it's okay. I won 4-0, beat Olivia. She was using gouging, like not Elizabeth, just like gouging Gambit kind of stuff. I think I had like a good matchup. Whoa, this is slipped on. I think I had a good matchup. I didn't know how to lead game 1, but I got really lucky and crit her Terra Dragon Ogre Pond with Rock Pond, which does like a ton of damage, enough for me to just kind of take the game from there. And I think I should beat him ideally. Hoping to win another one, guarantee. Hoping to win another 2 to maybe get easier pairing in top 8. I'll see you guys next time. Just finished round 5. I'm 4-1. I lost to Will. He was using like this like Regidrago beard. It's like Regidrago Tailwind with Terra Fairy Life Orb Goldango. So it happens, but it's okay. What can you do? I lost to Dundozo. I got kind of outplayed. I threw the first game. I was about to win, and then I threw it. And then game 2, I just kind of got outplayed. I'm going to get 9th. I'm calling it right now. Getting 9th for a second Banana Cup in a row. That is going to suck. Hopefully I get in. We know I'm going to get 9th. That's how the world works, I guess. So, yeah. And I'm going to be stuck here watching Kylan and Ryan play. Bro. Oh, well. Hopefully they win. I think I'm going to get 9th, but we'll see.
So, I went from one of the few undefeated 4-0s to being one of the 4-2s. The people who have to make it on Resistance. Look at how far I've fallen. I was the top of the top, the best of the best. I got 2nd at the hardest tournament we've ever had. This should be easy for me. Most of these people weren't at the Invitational, so it should be simple. Top cut should be an expectation, not a goal. This should be standard, so why am I failing? Maybe I was too reliant on Terapagos. No, that can't be it. Everyone says Terapagos is terrible. Maybe it was a fluke. It was only one tournament after all. Well, it's possible, but I used to be able to top cut all the time. So why am I struggling now? Maybe I'm not working hard enough. Maybe if I had put a little more prep, I could have made it more comfortably. But no, surely I make it. I am so far above where I was before. This is easy. I always make it here. And once I do, I'll prove that I can win. I can finally win. No more 2nd, no more top 4, no more top 8. I can win. I will win. After all, I've been playing for years, practicing extensively, using so many teams. I have to be one of the top players here. After all, I'm good. Right?